So So we cannot assume that the aquatic life is in risk, is at risk. We cannot assume that. Because we cannot, we would if we could have rejected it, but our results did not lead us to reject. We failed to reject.
Fail.
Wait, so
Okay.
part B and it says what kind of
This is really fun.
Alright, another part says what type error. It's always going to, if you fail to reject, it's got to be a type 2. So it depends on what your conclusion was. When you fail to reject, that's a type 2. And if you reject, you have a possibility of a type 1. So that's that. Alright, we finished that, and I would like to go on and do one more example because it's two-sided and it's mini-tab. So, show this to MK.
Juicy pineapple.
Alright, this is still day 5, it's just another paper for it.
I'm very shaky, I'm very sorry.
Notice it's a two-sided test.
So we reject the claim?
This is so much
we
math.
failed to reject because it was much higher
Wait,
than 0.05.
mine has the answers.
I'll trade that in.
I just showed it to MK.
You're a quick worker.
Wait, wouldn't that mean we rejected
I
that?
was just thought you'd be
It's higher
realized.
than
Okay, so this is the problem without the answers.
No, 0.05 is our cutoff point.
Okay, please
If
pause it
it's-
because
if
I can't.
the probability is lower than 0.05, it's so rare that we would reject the claim. But this is quite a bit higher than our cutoff point. So it could happen
I see.
by chance, by natural variability. This could happen. So we fail to reject, which means we could possibly make a type 2 error. That's
Okay.
always a possibility when you fail to reject. Alright, go on to the next one, and it is about pineapple. So would you read it, MM?
At the Hawaii Pineapple Company, managers are interested in the sizes of the pineapples grown in the company's fields. Last year, the mean weight of the pineapples harvested from one large field was 31 ounces. A new irrigation system was installed in this field after the growing season. Managers wondered whether this change will affect the mean weight of future pineapples grown in the fields. To find out, they select and weigh a random sample of 50 pineapples from this year's crop. The mini-tab output below summarizes the data.
Alright, we haven't done one with mini-tab, so let's practice that. So, in order to, before we do the test, we have to check RIM. Did you notice in your reading about the word random?
Yes.
Okay, so random is covered. Independent,
I think that there's more than 500 pineapples.
yeah, so 50 times 10, 500. More than 500 pineapples, I would say. Alright, normal. How do we check for normal?
We don't need to because it's over 30.
Right, very good. Isn't that sweet? N is greater than 30.
Sweeter
We're
than the
looking for dealing
pineapples.
with the mean, so N is greater than 30, so it is.
Oh, I love when N is greater
Yeah, I
than 30.
love it too. Alright,
so
before
nice.
we dive in any further though, I want to know if there's any outliers. I want to see if you can muscle mind through that question with mini-tab information. So the first question is, are there any outliers?
But you just have to look at, like,
This is a blast from the past.
Isn't it like Q3
Yeah.
minus Q1?
Right, so Q3, what is Q3 minus Q1? That is called the interquartile range. So can you get me that number?
Oh wow, it helps if I turned on my calculator.
Yes, that always helps. So what is-
4.125.
Alright, the
And then it isn't
interquartile
that.
range is 4.125.
Don't you do something to multiply that or something?
Yeah, do you remember the fraction, Brian, when we're looking for outliers? What fraction do we multiply that by? That's from the way past.
It's like
oh, it's like,
It's OG.
Anyone remember?
it's like 1.5?
But-
It is 1.5.
Go,
1
M.
to 3 halves, 1.5 times the interquartile range, so it's like 3 halves times IQR. So you want to know if there's a point that's 1.5 IQRs away from the middle. So we're going to check this out and see 3 halves IQRs away. So would you get that number for me?
6.1875.
6.18.
Yeah.
6.18. All right, so let's add that to what and subtract it from what? So MD, what do you do with that number?
You add it and subtract it from the mean?
Nope, you go to, like here we have some data points floating around and all over. So we have Q1, and we have one way down here, one way up here, and we have QR. What we're looking for, if you recall, is that data point 1.5 IQ
Oh,
points
you
away
add it to
from-
Q3.
Right. So
Okay.
Q3, can you find Q3 for me?
34.155. 14115.
Holy cow. Okay.
All right,
I'm
plus
very out of it.
this number 6.18, so,
And then you see if the minimum,
right, very
Oh,
good.
the maximum.
The maximum is above, if it's above it, then we
it's
have an
below
outlier.
it.
So what does this number come out to be?
40.295.
I heard before.
40.295.
All right, so what's the
Oh,
max
sorry.
number? I can check and see.
35.
So do you see the 35 is quite a bit below that, so it is not an outlier. All right, how do we check on the other side?
You
Brian, are you
subtract.
following?
Yep.
All right, so how do I check on the other side for a low outlier?
Yeah, do it the other way around.
All right, so what number do I start with?
IQ1.
All right, 29 point something.
Yeah. No. So you get 2995 minus 1.8.
And what does it go below the minimum? It doesn't.
Does it?
All right,
Yes,
what is that number?
The minimum is 26, so yeah, it does go below the minimum.
20,
Which is
Shiki
good.
said it does.
The minimum is 26.491, and now it's
Yeah, but the low, this number is
Yeah,
23.8, so
yeah,
it
so
does
we're
not
good.
go below this number. This is the number for outliers.
what doesn't go below? Oh, the
The minimum's
minimum
higher.
doesn't. Yeah, that's right. The minimum doesn't go.
Right, so,
that goes. below the minimum.
MK, did you follow all that? We are checking to see if there's any outliers from Minitab.
We'll
So-
wait
I mean,
for your
we need to
answer.
check, 'cause we got ends
Please
right
get back
there.
The
to
only
us.
reason we're checking is they asked us to.
It's a good refresher, though,
It is a good refresher.
because I did not
All right.
remember how to do that.
All right, so would you look this problem over, you too, MK, and tell me what you think the null and alternative hypothesis would be?
I got it. You too, MK. Do it. Is that the stash?
Yeah.
I think there's one right there, Miss Val.
Is there one?
There's
still?
some- there's
I'm
some
gonna
right
take
there.
one down the